All right, everyone. Welcome back to Disc Golf Daily, the Sunday interview sessions. I am here with a young phenom. You might have heard him before, Landon Brooks. How we doing, Landon?
Good. How about you, Ben?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day. We got a heat advisory warning, so we'll see how that plays out. But it's been awesome. How old are you now?
I am 13 years old.
13. There we go. So keep in mind,
Yeah.
everyone, this man is 13 when I am asking these questions because he has a pretty impressive resume. But first, just tell us about yourself and kind of how you got started in disc golf and what that journey's been like so far.
So, yeah, when I was around 3 to 4, my dad already had started playing disc golf with my mom, and they thought I should start getting into the game. And right around 5 to 6, that's when I started knowing that I'd be able to take this seriously and make this a profession of mine.
Yeah, that's awesome. So is that your goal, kind of in the future, to go pro and go be on the pro tour?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. It's awesome to see, kind of young kids having dreams of being on the pro tour where we all it used to be the MLB, the NBA, but now it's awesome that disc golf has kind of brought us to that point. So, you're sponsored by MVP Disc Sports
Mhm.
and have been for a while now. How did that come about? Can you tell us more about that?
Well, when I was right around 5 to 6, we were trying to get me sponsored by a bunch of different companies. We reached out to like Innova, Discmania, and people like that, and they all didn't want a 5 to 6 year old on their team. Then we reached out to MVP, and then they said yes to me being sponsored by them.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember being at the MVP Open in like 2021 and seeing you already had toured Series Disc, and that was like 3 years ago. So, how has that relationship been with MVP? Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I am enjoying it very much. Our relationship with MVP has grown a lot stronger since I was young. Um, yeah, it's wild how much our relationship has grown over the years.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome because you were at the expo and dealing out your own tour series, so it's kind of awesome. They definitely value you even as a 13-year-old. So
Yeah,
that must feel very special.
it is.
So let's talk about more about kind of disc golf and your game. So what is your favorite part about just disc golf in general? It could be anything from like people say the flight of the disc or
Mine's
yeah, go ahead.
mainly the fly of the discs and the community that surrounds disc golf. Like, there's a lot of nice people that I've met over the years that have helped me through struggles. Like, I've my dad, my mom, people that live around here in Maine. It's been a blast over the years.
Yeah, tell us more about that main community. What are your like courses that your favorite courses up in Maine and just tell us more about the people and how they've helped you and supported you.
Well, my favorite courses in Maine are probably Pineland Farms and Sabatis Disc Golf. Um, the people around here have helped me a lot by either buying my discs or supporting me in that way, or in that sense, or um, helping me get to my tournaments, or just like coming to follow me during my rounds. Like in Las Vegas, I had a few people that were traveling the world and had stopped and gone out of their way to go see me play.
That's awesome. That must feel great. Um,
Yeah.
what is a kind of tell us a fond memory you have with disc golf? Whether just like a favorite memory that you can think of off the top of your head.
It was probably my win in Worlds in MJ8.
Tell us more about
Because that
that.
was that was fun. At the time I was 7, so I had to go up against a lot, like a lot of people that were a year older than me,
Yep.
and it was probably one of the best moments of my life because we went down to Kansas. We stayed with a few people, and I remember I met um, a lot of my friends I still keep in touch with. So yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, how does it feel just kind of being a disc golf world champion?
it feels great because after those wins, I knew I could really start taking this sport seriously. Like after I got my first worlds when I was 5, I it was like something that I knew I could do, but maybe not be my profession. But after I won my second worlds, I knew I could take this one seriously.
That's awesome, and you got a good head start and to kind of know what you want to do at 7. That's not many people can say that. Um, so you recently or last year shot -11 at the Glitch World Championships last year on coverage with some of the sport's biggest stars on your card. Can you tell us more about that round and how special it was? And were you nervous at any point? And how did you kind of stay locked in to shoot that hot of a round?
Well, mainly it was just me trying to have fun because I knew this wasn't a rated round. I wasn't playing for money. I wasn't playing for really anything. And I was just playing with two of the world's best players in the world.
Yeah.
And after hole 1, I knew I actually had a shot at this because I almost made a putt with a glitch. And the prior day to that, I only had one practice round with that glitch.
So it was just kind of like you just harnessed all that lightning in a bottle and just released it on the course and it worked out.
Yeah.
Um so talk to us about you were just recently at US, is it the US Amateur Championship?
Yes. U.S. amateurs.
Yeah, so
But
tell us
yeah.
more. Tell us more about that and like kind of where you finished and how that was for your game, kind of playing against people. I think I saw you were playing with on a card with like 3 college kids. So tell us more about that experience and because you played really well. So tell us more about that.
So yeah, after like the first round, I started playing, and I knew I actually had a shot at this because I was like round tied for ninth at one point in
Yeah,
the first round, and um, that course, the cameras do not give it enough credit. It is a hard course.
that's hilarious.
Hole one, hole 1, 2, and 3, those I thought they didn't even look like they were that hard, but the downhill slope. The practice round before that round, I lost my best disc, so my dad told me to go with something more stable because I flipped that disc over into the right, into the OB.
Oh
Couldn't
yeah,
find it. But then my dad told me to go something more stable, and I threw it straight, and it crushed straight down the fairway. So I knew that that disc was going to work. And it was basically my go-to driver throughout the tournament. But yeah, around hole 6, because the prior round I had been birdieing most of these holes, and the OB did play a lot in rounds, but mainly it was just me trying to throw something that'd pop up just straight and just go and try and land it in the fairway.
that's
But
awesome.
then, yeah,
Yeah,
and
keep
then
going.
okay, and then after round 1, we went back out to practice a little bit more on the holes I didn't really get right. And then round 2 we started, and played with um, I played with ba- I think, yeah, all 3 of them were college players that played
Yeah,
collegiately. And then I knew there was really nothing to lose because I'm the youngest out here. So I just tried playing the best of my game, and ended up finishing after that round tied for ninth. Or yeah, tied for ninth. I didn't really move after the second round, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was my highest ever rated round at 1010.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, it looks like you shot 1,000 rated round and 1,010 rated round, back to back, which is really impressive. Do you know how many 1,000 rated rounds you have off the top of your head?
I if I remember correctly, I think I have two because I've had a lot where I've been like in the 990s, 998, somewheres in that range, but I've also had a few that are like 1,002, and then they've been dropped down after everyone else comes in, or when the ratings update happens and they have to equal everything out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I recently somehow got 1,000 rated around exactly 1,000 when it was like I don't know. I finished it at
Wow.
like 997, 998. So it was a cool surprise to see it on the when ratings updates happen. And you finished 24th as a
Yeah.
13-year-old out of
Mm.
148 people. That's got to feel pretty good, right?
Yeah. Yep. The last two holes, best holes on the course, I would think. Also the hardest holes on the course. But yeah, tying for 24th was awesome. I like my goal was like top 40 and just shooting my rating, and I blew that out of the water.
That's awesome. What are you say you want to be on the disc golf pro tour in the future? How do you have any plans on being pro anytime soon, or do you think you're gonna kind of just play the amateur circuit until you get a little older?
Well, I was thinking after this year, I should be a little bit higher, like around the 990s if I play where I'm playing right now. I should be around 990 to 1,000 rated. So I'm thinking of going pro by next year.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that seems what most people do. Kind of they get highly rated and they're like, okay, let me try these amateur events one more time, and then they decide to go pro. So that seems like even like I know that's what Paul Kranz did. He kind of went pro
Yeah.
after he won his world title.
Mm.
So
Down when we were in Mich- uh,
no, keep going. Sorry.
down when we were down when we were in Michigan, um, I was playing with those collegiate players, and they were saying after this year they're gonna go pro because not taking the money, there's too much money involved with that. They had to turn so much down to just keep playing amateurs.
Yeah, that makes sense, and it seems like that's the only one of the only reason people turn it down, just to try and win these amateur majors. So yeah, it definitely does
Yeah.
make sense. Give it one last hurrah, and then whatever happens, just go pro. So if you were to help anyone in disc golf, new or old, rookie or veteran, what is your biggest piece of form advice that you'd give them that has helped your game the most?
Oh, I'd say mainly my drives and my upshots. So for me, I try to come across my chest and keep my arm tucked in, and also on my putts. I've been showing people that fan putt. Mainly, they miss to the left because they let it go too early. I putt with a power grip, like when I drive. I putt with the same grip I drive with.
Oh, so you putt with a power
So
grip.
yeah, I do.
Wow, that's a nice. Thanks for letting us know. That's a cool little fun fact I didn't even know. And that's been
Yeah,
working out well for you.
yeah, that's been working out well. I've really been trying to perfect my putts, my drives, and my upshots for I don't even know how long at this point.
So we'll call it like 8 years. So that's when you started
Yeah,
playing.
somewhere's in there.
So
Yeah, somewhere's in there.
yeah, putting's hard, so we're all trying to work on it and get better. Um,
I'd say I'd say putting is probably the biggest thing that you need for your game. Because like if you can drive, great. If you can upshot, great. But if you can't putt, it's my dad usually tells me putting wins championships.
yep, drive for show, putt for dough. I agree with you. I think I really
Mm.
struggle on the green for putting, and I get really nervous, and I think I lose. It depends, like 3 to 7 strokes per round I play just from missing putts that you should make. So I agree with you 100%. You just got to keep practicing and get knocked down those putts. Um, do you have any, going off of more advice? Do you have any advice for kind of players that are just starting out that want to get better and kind of look to you and be like, wow, he's pretty good. I wanna get good like him.
Yeah, so I've been trying to teach the kids at my school to play disc golf, and what I see with people that are just starting out is they tend to like dip their shoulder and come by their waist and try to throw something. I've been trying to tell them to come across their chest because that makes it so your disc flies straighter and farther.
So make sure you bringing it across the chest.
Hmm.
Um, what is it like being a young kid playing against guys that are much older than you? Are you used to it at this point? Does it give you a chip on your shoulder to try and beat them, or does it still kind of get you nervous?
At this point, I've played with people that are older than me my whole entire life, so it really doesn't bother me anymore. And usually the people that I do play with a lot come up to me and they usually say, "I'll get you one of these days." Because once I beat them once, it's rare that they ever beat me again.
There you go. I love that. That's a killer mindset. That's hilarious. That you have people want to try and get back at you at 13 years old. That's very special. Um, and tell us about your parents and their support and how they've supported you along this journey.
Oh, my parents have done so much for me. They've taken me to all my big tournaments. They've brought me they've brought me basically everywhere. They brought me to Vegas, my worlds, the amateurs, um, and even my smaller tournaments. They bring me there. Like we just for Father's Day, me and my dad just went to Father's Day doubles, and I just wanted to hang out with him, and that was really fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Um,
That duo of playing with your parents, that must be something very special. Um, so before we let you go, is there anything you want to shout out, or that you want to tell us about, that any future plans or anything like that? Tell us about yourself.
um, this year we are not. I don't think I'm going to be doing the disc golf or the glitch world championships this year because I'm going to another tournament. Ben, I see that smile. Don't hide it.
Yeah, well, you beat me. I came in second place, so like that
Mm,
helps me out. I got one less competitor to worry about. Maybe I can win.
yeah. But yeah, we're going down to a tournament in Connecticut for that. We were thinking of like if I had like an early morning tea time, we could drive right down from there to go play, but it would just be too much.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what tournament is that?
Oh, Greater Hartford Open.
The Greater Harvard. Yeah, that makes sense. Playing it, that's an A tier, I believe. So it makes sense
Hmm.
to that you definitely want to go
Yeah.
and play that. Um. Yeah. So any shout outs that you got that you want to give?
I'd like to shout out Goose Gang right here. They've been a big support of mine. I would also like to shout out Circle One Disc Golf. They make all my apparel. Um, I also like to shout out MVP for sponsoring me all those years ago. And I also like to not sponsor, shout out Drive Bags. They've been one of my biggest sponsors. They've helped me with my grip whenever it's rainy, windy, or really any weather. So yeah.
There you go. You heard it. Is there anywhere that people can support you? That you know of
Um,
other than like buying from your sponsors or something?
so my Instagram is Landon Brooks DG. My Facebook is Landon Brooks PJ A348, and I just started up my YouTube channel, which is Landon Brooks A348 without any spaces.
Awesome. Go follow him, people, and follow him on YouTube. I'm excited to see what you start posting. So
Thank you.
thanks so much for joining Disc Golf Daily, and we will catch you in the next one.
Okay.
See ya.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really does help us grow.